Well, I always wanted pigeons when I was a kid. And my father, he didn't want any pigeons. So when I come out of school, I watch the crows fly around all the time. You know, in springtime, they go nest, right? And then they start fighting and flying around there. And then one day my grandfather, he had lots of pigeons. He said, I'm going to give you a pair. So I got a pair from him, and then my one cousin gave me a pair. So I had two pairs. Where we lived up the hill, and the city was below. In the mornings when they flew outside, looked nice, you know, in the sky, you know. They flying over the city. They had lots of white in them, you know, and the sun shines, makes them look good. Then, then the war came there, right? We had moved to Poland, that was a province. And then the Polish were there, they organized everything after the war was finished, and then they sent us to West Germany by Hamburg. And then I worked on a farm, but I couldn't keep no pigeons, no place. And then my brother immigrated to Canada, so he asked me if I want to come over. So I came over, and then first thing I started with pigeons.
What year was that?
1956. I lived in Welland, and my brother lived off Foster there. And then he said, oh, you can build yourself a pigeon coop. Every day I had to go feed him. But after he moved, and I had to put my pigeons someplace else. At that time, my future father-in-law, he didn't live far. He said, build a new coop over here. So I built a new pigeon coop over there. And I got married. And then I bought this place. And I started building the coops. My house was here. And I started building here, and then pigeons always going in the house, you know. So I moved the house over there, and I started building here. Well, this year I got from the hilltop, you know, 20 highway, it used to be hilltop, right? They had cabins, and I bought them for $20 a piece. So and I moved them here. And then my mother-in-law, they built a new house, so they asked me if I'd tear their house down. Because if somebody else tears it down, it costs money, right? So I went with my boys and took the house down. And I kept on building here. And then I got that, see the front there, comes from Fenwick, the railroad station. That's the face there. And then all the other guys took all the other lumber, you know. They left me the scrap. And then sometimes guys, they bring me truckload. They say it's cheaper to give it to me than take it to the dump. I just put in my head how I want to build the house. That's how I build it. It's lots of work by yourself, you know.
How long did it take you to build all these
Well, it
houses?
took me about 10 years.
It took 10 years.
See, I worked in the plant 7 days a week and raised 4 kids. Big garden. And when he dug the pond, it was rainy, all the mud over there. I carried all that, when it was dried up, put in a wagon, put in front of the house, make it higher. No more trouble with the water. Just look, it's all water here. And then I got more dirt here and make it higher, everything. Now when you think you can relax, it's time to croak. Sometimes people buy pigeons and they don't want them, and they bring them back. Like a fall time, a guy brought me 120. Well, he had to get rid of them. So he said, Carl, he's a bottle of whiskey, take care of my pigeons. That's 6 months now. But I didn't get no penny for food.
And he never came back?
No.
Never saw him again?
Well, I hear he's locked up in jail.
Am I correct that you belong to a pigeon fancier association or something like that? Is there such a thing?
Yeah, there's pigeon clubs.
Pigeon clubs.
But like families, they always squabble and fighting. So I don't belong to nobody. Every country got their own different breeds.
And how many different ones do you have?
Over 30. The pigeons? Yeah, they know me. Stranger goes in, they go crazy. So when I go, a young pigeon, when it comes up the nest, you pet it every day, you talk to him. After a while, he gets bigger, he comes and flies on your shoulder. You don't pets you all the time. But after a while, you don't pay attention, well, then they get wild again. I got one pigeon, he goes in every pigeon coop, makes trouble. And there's one sitting right there. He belongs over here, he goes over there all the time. And I got one, and I go upstairs to feed, he comes downstairs. I leave my pails downstairs, he goes right in the pail. Every time the same.
Smart.
Yeah. I mean, I got to watch, I won't step on him. Well, one bag of feed, well, I buy it from the farmer, cost me $10, that's 50 pounds. 30, 40 years ago, you get, for $10, you get 3 bags, 300 pounds. But price goes up, the amount goes lower. So my wife gives me only $60 allowance a week. If I ask for money, she said, nope, sell some pigeons. My family, nobody likes my pigeons. All my daughters, when they're small, they help me. But now they're big, tell me get rid of them.
They're not interested.
My oldest boy there, he's allergic. I mean, that's what he says, I don't know. What's going to happen in 50 years? There won't be no pigeons left. Why? Because the young generation got no interest. They're on their computers all the time. And then they go to school, they got no time. So that's where it's going to go.